When you're looking at an Opus JSON file, there are certain similarities or keywords you'll see referenced often. So the first thing we need to look at is that all Opus components or dashboards, in this case we're inside example.json inside the dashboard folder. So this is a dashboard, but dashboards really are only components. Normally what we'll do with the dashboard is we'll start with a container, but we'll discuss that in the next lesson. So all Opus components must be JSON objects. So we use curly braces, not square braces, which would be an array. So we have curly braces. Components can have identifiers. Components must have types. Components can have properties, prps. And components can also have child components or widgets. So for this example, I'm just going to change this to a label. And I'll give it a property of CPT, which is the caption of the label. Don't worry too much about the property names or the component types. We'll discuss that in the next lesson. Labels do not have child components. Or I can change this to a container, which is what we normally do for a dashboard. I could give it a property called single page, which is true, and that just makes the container use up the entire space of the browser. And because we're in a container now, we can have child components. So what we do is, just like we have a JSON component here, we can add another one inside the widgets array, or multiple. Each one of those can also have an ID. We can have a type, properties, and we can also add another container in here. And so on. It's important to note at this stage, you don't need to worry about identifiers. You only add identifiers when you need them. We'll discuss that in a future lesson. And you can have containers in containers in containers as deep as you want. You can also exclude widgets when there's no child components present. You can also exclude prps when there's no properties present for the component.